depression.
There's so many more Brothers Grimm, like actual Brothers Grimm, straight from text. Shit. I want to hear about the cat that random lady who had a cow on her roof. That was a good one. I don't remember much more than that, but it was a thing.
My mind just flashed the fucking Edgar Allan Poe one where he kills the cat.
Is the audio on?
Yeah, the audio's on.
I think it is.
Audio's on? Okay. I just wanted
I
to
went to go click it, and I was gonna announce it, but then...
Oh, we all missed it because you were talking!
No, we all heard it.
Okay, great.
We all don't care, though.
I'm happy now.
Yeah, exactly.
I know.
No, yeah, I was gonna do my whole thing, and then I was homing in on what Bix was saying, and my brain just got super fixated on it. Another night of D&D, and I don't have to look at a stupid fucking fight bracket this time. Thank God we are finally done with the tournament arc. Is there anything?
Softly in the background.
I'm not gonna look at my character sheet once this entire session.
I'm only going to need it for...
I'm now gonna make Kumo roll excessively.
I will only need it for intimidation. Let's go.
Oh my god, that again.
Oh god.
Please, the shopkeepers have suffered enough.
Well, Teresa knows what's coming.
A depiction of Koda's picture is going to be in
Did I finish the tiara?
Do not serve this half orc.
Go on.
Did I do the tiara? I don't know if I did it.
No, yeah. Oh, I thought you did.
Yeah.
You said, I thought we fixed it. I thought we put it.
I don't remember if I added it though.
Oh, you didn't add it. Oh, come on.
You see, you didn't remind me. I told you to remind me.
I did.
Now I gotta look at it. God damn it.
Everyone here struggles with object permanence. Let's just forget and forgive in that order.
Wait, hold on. Let me rename this to ADHD&D. I'm gonna VTuber. This is this.
Oh,
this
we
is...
just had like a lot of. We just talked about a lot of other things instead of me reminding you. We talked about other things.
Yeah, this is the series name now. We're now VTuber HD. Fuck, I can't even fucking.
Oh, you're talking
AD&D.
VTuber RTX?
What?
That's
I don't want RTX here.
That is a weird term that I stumbled upon on Twitter. Is what people call face cam streams. If you're just IRL streaming instead of VTuber streaming that day, they call
I don't
it
want
VTuber
RTX.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I was like, I thought you were using some fucking DD term, and I was like, what the fuck? It just came out of your mouth.
No, we're AD&D.
Oh, yes.
No, ADHD&D.
Yeah, AD&D is like...
AD&D is like, isn't that second edition?
I think
Yeah, more or less.
It's what the boomers call second edition. Okay,
It was AD&D until they updated the DISM or DSIM, whatever it is.
Yeah. Okay.
DSM,
They
that's
call
what
it
it is.
THACO. It's called THACO.
Let's not bring... if you say Thaco one more time, I'll fucking turn the whole game into Thaco.
You're the one who keeps saying it.
Because it's funny.
Chisu.
Hi.
I noticed something that didn't happen.
What didn't happen?
I didn't get the additional favors that Nikki redeemed last week.
I did, I added it.
I'm still at 2.
I'm too stupid to count, so I'm gonna trust that. Because you have no reason to lie to me.
Did y'all use...
I'll
Didn't people use Noah Guy?
I'll also do this one.
Yeah, didn't you use
didn't
Noah
use
Guy?
Noah
No
Guy,
guy on me.
Yeah, I used a Noah guy, and I also just redeemed another favor point for myself, which is
Update it now!
finished up to 4.
Oh, are we doing this now?
Yeah, since you're changing it, do it again.
We're doing so much already that apparently, like, instead of discussing like
Oh my god, guys.
Disney princesses, we probably should have done this before.
No, it's
We
okay.
We just covered that there's like one brain cell fucking ping-ponging between... How many heads are here? 6 heads?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
we
Bix
have-
keeps hogging it.
Rattle.
Yeah.
That's because I put it in the top hat. It's a hard time escaping. See, this is where you wear hats.
It's like the fates fighting over their single eye.
Don't forget to get rid of my I know a guy.
Yeah.
And Kumo also redeemed a thingamabob.
Yeah, I added that.
Look, we have got 80 HDs to
Okay.
split
Anything
between us.
else?
I think we'll manage.
Before we jump in the game. Anything else?
I'm sure I'll think of something at an inopportune.
Yeah, it'll
Yeah,
happen
yeah.
during a heavy moment of RP where we don't want any interruptions. That's when you blurt it out and make sure that we don't miss it. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What's Noah out of bounds?
Right in the middle of like the heaviest RP, like something happens and we are in like a serious moment. Just blurt out that you forgot to do something.
Yeah.
No out of bounds is usually like a speedrunning term, so I don't know.
You know
We're
what?
speed running to our death.
Yeah. Why do I still have the ASMR tag? Why is this on here? I'm sorry.
Because
Nix is
No,
here.
no out of bounds. is
I'm gonna
basically
add first
Yuki's way of saying
first
that we're
playthrough. We had the first playthrough tag.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Well,
Episode 33. First play.
Mhm.
we're still on the first
Hey, I mean,
playthrough.
It's our first time there, yeah.
No backseating, chat.
Yeah, no backseating.
No backseating.
Don't reveal the lore,
Backseaters will be
guys.
banned.
Yeah, so to quickly summarize what happened last session, not like, terribly a lot happened. With the end of the Fight Festival, the party seals their victory and the winnings of John's Sheriff's bets.
Just say winnings, ooh woo.
Whoa. Oh. Hello?
So, Obama?
With Tony completing his research, and with the heads of the former masters now in your guys' possession, the party decides to split. And Ursa and Goliath go shopping, and the rest of the team goes to the dojo. Ursa and Goliath making a small trip at Gideon's Glorious Glamours and reasonably priced goods for some diamonds and fancy trinkets. I have to update the level cards now because now we're finally out of that thing, and I can update the stats and I can see how ridiculous everyone got.
Woo!
I'm just ridiculous in general.
Sorry, Goliath, we're not going to be in combat for another like 30 episodes.
Yeah.
And I'm
I-
happy about that.
Oh my god.
You made a
He made a barbarian!
You made a barbarian.
What are you, a fighter?
Yes.
I'm a lover, not a fighter.
You should have made
But
a
if I do
bard.
fight, I hurt people.
He should have made a skill
No,
monkey.
Dakota's rage is sexual repression.
Yes.
Oh my god. Jesus
Not
Christ.
barbarian.
Yeah, you should have multi-classed into a bunch of skill
mean-
nonsense.
Yeah,
Hey.
she is a bard trapped in the body of a barbarian.
Hey.
Yeah, so Ursa and Goliath, you guys are done with your shopping trip? There's nothing else you want to do in the inner workings of the city?
No, there's nothing you necessarily needed to do.
On your way out, as you guys are making your way to the guards to check out, it's a much shorter process. It's easier to get out than it is to get in. But on your way out, one of the familiar faces, Francisco, does kind of lean towards the guard, and you can overhear just. Do remember their faces. They should be returning in the next few days, I hope. Try not to give them a hard time. And the guard kind of
Can
nods.
I roll an insight on that?
Yeah, go ahead.
My hackles are hella up.
We've got the princess trip thing. Remember? The tour.
Well, as we're leaving the fucking jeweler shop, and they're just like,
Well, it's not the jeweler shop, 'cause
they'll be back.
It's not the jeweler shop. It's like when you guys are leaving, like the inner city to
Oh.
Beginning
like the,
ring.
yeah.
Okay.
We're going back into the crappy side of Basing Say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's no war over here.
I mean, it doesn't seem like there's
no,
ill
the war's
intent.
on this side, not that side.
Oh, okay.
It's less of like
There's no war within the walls.
creepy stalker vibes. It's more of like he's getting paid to make sure you guys come back, and
Okay.
it's easier for his job if he doesn't have to babysit you guys, and the guard who probably will be posted here will remember you. At least you two, and then from there we'll it's like, hey, they're gonna come back in. Don't put them through the whole fucking process at the airport again. You don't need to bring out TSA. You don't need to bring out the wand. They're good. They're not terrorists. We're fine. These are VIPs. Don't fuck us.
We don't want the lawsuit.
Yeah, don't get me sued,
Not
dickhead.
again.
But that's
Not
it.
after
You
last
guys,
time.
so you guys are heading all the way back to the dojo.
Yeah.
Okay, got him. Ali and Coda. As you guys are traveling out with Mai and Tony, and my music stopped, and I don't know why it stopped, because I was kind of vibing to it.
Is it not the heist music?
No, I don't have. I don't know if I'm gonna assume it's all copyright free, but I'm not touching it yet. I'll do it later. I just don't feel like opening it right now. Sorry. I'm getting like mass notified on Discord. I got like 7 pings in like the last 10 seconds.
I'm just hearing the pings actually.
Okay. Brain is smooth. On your way out with Tony, he's kind of just goes on about his research. Yeah, so anyways, everything comes from the center of the city called Stonewood, right? And it's so exciting. This where everyone's from. There's a whole revolution that happened there, and then they kind of traveled here. It's wild. You know, it's all really worth a read.
I'm sorry, what the hell are you talking about?
What I was researching the entire time, trying to find out where Jang's from, because he told me to figure it out so we can find his sister.
I mean, yeah, you said everyone's from there?
No, not like everyone. Like, you know, it's a little. It doesn't matter. You're from here, so you don't. It's different.
Oh wait, quick sidebar. Jang died, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just checking.
I'm gonna look over the other two and say, is anybody else following this?
He was supposed to be looking up stuff about my dad, but okay. I feel like this might be all connected.
Wait, what was I doing?
Could be.
Oh, the
What?
war thing? I mean, that's one of the royal family members. We just need to find out which one did what where, and then we can figure it out from there.
You mentioned.
What?
I didn't know you were a reading person, Tony.
Well,
I didn't know you were literate, by the way.
I said a reading person. Like,
Yeah, that's
is this
literacy.
like the type of
I
the
can
type of
I can
person
read.
who just like sits around and
He
reads?
spent
Like,
the entire campaign hating his guts. Of course you didn't expect much of him.
oh yeah, that too.
Yeah.
You hated my guts.
No, okay.
Did you
Look,
not notice?
That's crazy.
Tony, you mentioned that we should give it a read. What exactly? Do you have a book of some kind?
Oh yeah, I have all my research here. I can't, you know, I'll show Jang when we get back. It's fine. Kind of looks around. Where is Jang? Did he go on ahead or?
Did no one tell you?
Did you not notice?
No.
You
Notice
know,
what?
I didn't notice either. I'm gonna be honest.
Oh boy, I'm not the best at these things.
I don't know. You give it a try.
So, Jang.
Wait, who else is here with us? It's Ellie's here too.
Yeah, and Mai's just kind of just watching this train wreck unfold.
Yeah. So Jang, Jangant.
What?
Yeah.
He went to he bought the farm. He went to a place upstate.
he's dead.
he's-
What?
That yeah.
He died on his farm? That's horrible.
No, he bought one.
You know what? No, I think we should just run with this.
Yeah.
He bought one and then he died.
What?
I'm actively losing brain cells.
Don't worry, I'm collecting them.
Collecting them, it's fine.
In the hat.
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
hat. It goes
So,
in the hat.
This conversation
Yeah.
is making me connect forward with my brain.
See, Bix doesn't have an eye in his head. It's just one like magnified
It's
brain
like a
cell.
vacuum. It's a vacuum to like make sure that none of them get away too far, and then we get them at the end of the game.
If you do well.
The entire
You
time,
deserve the reward.
Tony just looks absolutely horrified, and he's just. You can see him losing his grip on reality.
Yeah, Jang didn't make it through the tournament.
Well, it was an attack on the room, I believe. Right? He
It was
died
an
in
attack at like the prep area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was during like the whole tussle.
There was an attack?
You
You were busy drinking yourself under the table. So.
Do you know about the tree guy that we brought with us?
Edward?
Yeah, he's dead too.
What?
Tony, you
So-
were at the same tournament we were, right?
Yeah, but he was hanging out at the bar the entire time, so he didn't get all this. The big tree guy died, was killed in the middle of it, and then there was like a massive fight, and so Wu went out, killed the man with his mind, and then was disqualified. And then everything kind of just calmed down from there.
The only part of that I really understood is Wu killing someone with his brain, but that seems pretty cool.
Yeah, that's like a normal thing, I'm pretty sure. He just seems like the kind of guy to do it.
Yeah, only on Tuesdays. Is today Tuesday?
It's a Thursday, I'm sorry.
Fuck! Now I'm confused.
I mean, I think we all are at this point, Tony.
Yeah. So
When are we getting back?
yeah, so on your way back, as Tony slowly understands less and less of what actually happened, you see a short girl, very familiar, as Shelby walks up, a little excited, and she sees she has a little object in her hand, and she's
no.
walking up to you guys.
Coda remembers this girl.
Uh,
I do. I never forget a face.
trying to think about who she would remember. I guess,
You probably remember Coda.
It could
'cause
probably
Coda
be
was the one
Coda.
trying to talk to her.
yeah,
Yeah.
it'd be Coda. Trying to remember who was talking to her last time. But she approaches you and kind of just, you see this figure, just this object in her hand, just held very delicately. She says,
Coda.
Did you
Coda
guys
crouches
win?
Down to her height. Coda crouches down to her height, pats her on the head, and says, "Yes, we did."
"Wow. I believed in you guys the whole time."
I don't believe you, kid.
Sounds incredibly disingenuous.
Why would kids ever lie?
Why would I lie?
Well,
So where's everybody else?
well, some of them came home early.
Hmm.
A couple
We'll never come
were.
home.
Okay,
put it
there's a
that way,
lot
I guess.
there's a lot easier of a way to talk to a child.
A couple of them came home early. A couple of them weren't able to come back. You know, the whole thing and about the rules and like not killing people in the tournament.
Oh, they got jobs?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
good. Money's good, because then you can buy stuff with it.
Yeah. Money
Yeah,
can be
Zhang-
exchanged for
Zhang,
goods and services.
He bought the farm.
Oh,
Ever told you about a farm that he was looking at?
I didn't know he was into gardening?
I mean, I guess he went upstate, bought a farm.
I hate this.
Okay.
Allie just keeps walking.
So he's not coming to my birthday tomorrow?
Oh God.
Guy.
There's a
Going for
lot
the
of paperwork
kill.
involved. I don't think he'll be able to make. If you want somebody to come, I can come.
She will have more birthdays.
Okay. Well then, can you drop this off at his farm? And she hands this little tiny thing to you.
Oh no.
I will.
As you take it in your hand, you can see that it is the tiny little figurine. You see it's on a little platform. It looks like it is some kind of metal figurine. It is painted. It is painted very nice. It does seem like there's parts that are attached to it. It's kind of this figure in a white suit, and you see there's kind of a sword cane in hand. And you see that there's clay that's been molded around the head and like a tail that's been added. Okay, I'm
Did you
gonna.
make this?
Yeah, I finished painting it today. Okay, I'm gonna go home now.
Okay.
And she just slowly turns around and walks away. Little more confused than she needs to be. And eventually you
Game,
guys.
please.
And just like Code just leans over to God and was like, "She'll understand when she's older, right?"
Maybe.
Why does the music keep stopping? Is this?
And just to like to explain to everyone else here, like, we have Zhang's body, right? It was brought back.
Not by us.
Well, it was brought back, right?
Yeah, I remember some of
Yeah,
like
Poe
how
was the one that took it out.
Then
Yeah.
I will keep my promise and give this to him.
Eventually you guys make it back to the dojo, and since you guys make it first with Ursa and Goliath, maybe little under an hour behind or so. I don't think it would take that long to go shopping. Well, actually, it would travel maybe like an hour. When you get to the dojo, you do see John and Black Megan kind of in the middle of the table of the monastery, and the rest of the crew's kind of cleaning up what looks like a mess. There's some broken tables and things, and some of the others have gone over. But you see that Sheriff is kind of tending to Black Megan. You can see that her arms are bandaged and bloodied. You can see that his leg is in some kind of splint. But
Did they attack the dojo while we were gone?
Yeah,
This is
we
what
knew about
Koda's
that.
asking them. Okay.
We knew about that.
John just kind of looks at it. It's fine. I handled them.
Oh, we got your money. I forgot who has it.
Oh,
You
Uh,
guys
have
do. You guys took the heads and his winnings.
I forgot which
Yeah.
one of us.
I don't know which one of you
think it
have it,
was-
but one
I
of
think
you.
it,
who-
Doesn't matter. It's distributed amongst the three of you.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
all split his winnings in three to give him three separate bags.
No.
Yeah.
I think it was one of yous had.
I thought I took the
a
head
magic.
bag.
Yeah, you probably have the head
Yeah,
bag.
Yeah.
You have the bag of holding for the heads. Somebody else has
I-
the bag of holding for the coinage.
And then there was
I
the.
took-
There's also the
I
wooden
took
cases.
Yeah, I took my winnings and I gave Goliath 2,000, and I intend to give you all 2,000 as well.
Yeah,
Okay,
I think I carried
so-
the winnings then.
So yeah, then whoever has the winnings, I mean, this is something that we would actually know as like characters.
Yeah. So
who would
you
have
guys are
whoever
handing
has
it back.
hands
So
over.
yeah. All right.
Yeah.
John kind of takes the bag and opens it with one hand and just. Oh. Saw most of the fights. It's a good thing you guys won. Makes my life a lot easier.
You live very dangerously.
Well, I mean, most of this isn't my money. I mean, I borrowed it to make the bets, and now I gotta go pay that off.
You live
and then-
very dangerously.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not important. But now I'm
Where are
gonna.
they keeping the ones who died?
Are you asking me or
Yeah.
asking
Did
me
you see
or
them come in
intern?
with it? No,
Oh.
sheriff. Did you see where they brought them?
Everyone is already in. Some of them are in the monastery. Some of them are like cleaning up the front. The ones who would be missing would be Poe and Bao.
Yeah, it's
So
no,
they-
no. Asking sheriff.
Oh, no, I'm just letting you know because those are the people. This is information that
Yeah.
you know. Yeah, we took that stuff to the courtyard.
Oh, okay. And then Koda goes out to the courtyard then.
Okay.
If you guys have more to talk about with sheriff, I'll wait.
Kind of just props himself up, kind of limping.
Do you know where Wu is?
He's in the kitchen now. I think you've already prepared some of your things. I'm gonna go fill a promise with this now. You guys take care. And
okay.
Be safe.
John kind of makes his way out.
Guess I'll head to the kitchen.
He reaches into the bag and tosses one of the gems to got him.
What's this for?
Payment. You guys won. And now it is a little extra.
Oh, okay. See if I
And
can
it looks like
try to split this.
It looks like it's a larger sort of red diamond.
What is it? Is it just like a jewel?
Just break it up, sell it, however you're gonna do it. You guys can split it from there.
Okay,
Doesn't really
thank
have
you.
much value beyond that.
It's worth like 10 gold.
It's a 5 gold. It's cubic zirconia.
Ruby.
Hmm.
It is a ruby that is not flawless.
Oh, you must have bought this from Goop. That's great.
Anything else you guys are doing?
Hmm?
Or Coda's just kind of gonna go?
Coda's walked out into the courtyard.
Okay. What you got? What got him in the alley doing?
I'm heading
Yeah.
to the kitchen.
Okay.
To talk to Wu.
Is Tony still around? I want to look at the research.
Tony just sits down, just 1,000-yard stare, just looking through walls and shit, and just kind of slowly processing.
And can I see the research on him?
Yeah, he has the book literally in hand at a table.
Okay. I'm just gonna come up to him and just kind of gently put my hands on the book and be like, "Hey, can I? Do you mind if I? Can I maybe take a read?"
He's dead?
Yep, pretty sure. I'm just gonna gently start lifting the book.
Yeah, he doesn't put up a fight, he's just...
All right.
Damn. It is kind of a leather-bound journal of sorts. There's pages in it and there's research in it, but it seems like there's a bunch of stuff that's been stuffed inside. There's like, sort of newspaper articles or like other journals and small notes that have been, little journals that have been, forced to fit in this book. The spine's a little loose, so it's, a little fucked up. Some pages are missing, but, it is a notebook of sorts.
Can I get any information out of it?
Yeah, go ahead and roll a investigation.
No.
Yeah.
I trapped myself.
Make a roll, bitch!
I believe it's you.
All right, hold on. What's my? Oh, actually, my investigation is good. Thank God. $16.
16. This book is extensive. There is incredible amounts of research on, just flipping through it seems like a bunch of random topics that are loosely connected. But as you're going through it, it definitely seems like there was a point in the book that started, and any lead that could have been found, he followed. Every single string was followed.
Okay.
He followed any lead, any information he could have gathered has been gathered, which leads to an abundance of information. Most of it is useless, but, there are a few interesting stories that catch your eye. Looking for anything particular, or just, like, stuff that stands out?
Yeah, just anything stand out. I don't think there's anything in particular that I have any kind of hunch about. I was just curious.
For the most part, you do see some stuff about Stonewood, which it seems like it's this strange kingdom in the far north. There was some kind of slave rebellion where they killed all of their masters, and there was some rescuing party that went with the guise of helping them, only to enslave them a second time.
Okay.
And, these people were... This seems to be like a center point of where the Serok may have made their first major move, or first major public move. But other than that, there's nothing too interesting. It's just... There's not a lot of detail on that specifically.
Okay. I'll just keep that in the back of my head. Give the book back.
He's really dead.
I mean, probably.
Tony just
I've
kind
seen
of...
some weird shit, so I can't
Now that
say
I'm thinking
for
about
sure.
it, Now that I'm thinking about it, he might not be.
Tony just kind of sets his head in his hands and just... Oh, how am I gonna tell her? Oh, fuck.
Tell who?
Hey. It's not important. It's really my problem. You guys don't have to worry about it.
Oh, okay. I'll just leave.
I think he's talking about the young girl.
I could be talking about somebody else. Are we moving on now?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
as you get to the courtyard, Coda, you can see that there's been a place kind of between the buildings, that kind of in the corner that they have started to kind of dig out. But you do see that Elliot's body and Jang's body have both been laid out. And you see
Is there anybody standing over it?
Poe's kind of sitting beside the bodies. You also see Poe digging out the holes, along with Bao.
Coda goes over and just puts the locket in Zhang's hand.
It's not a locket, it's a figurine.
Well, yeah, whatever it is, it goes in his hand.
Or rather, a D&D mini.
Yeah, whatever it is goes in his hand.
Okay.
Hey, Bao, you need help?
Yeah, but we only have 2 shovels.
Huh. I don't know, are any of you tired?
Okay. I'll get some apple juice. And he walks over and just hands you the shovel and just walks away.
Cool. And I just continue, then I start unshoveling too.
Okay. Anything else you guys are doing before your 2 homies arrive?
I guess I also ask where Levy is.
Levy was in the main room at the monastery with everyone else.
Okay, so she's doing good. Well, can't say she's doing good, but she's not doing anything terrible.
No. Ali, as you make it to the kitchen, Wu's kind of preparing what looks like a larger meal of sorts. Kind of, seems more of a dinner time thing. A warrior's feast of sorts. But you do see what look like a bunch of books that are kind of bound with some kind of string prepared off to the side. And every so often, even before you walk in, you can see that Wu keeps glancing over at it. And as you make it in, he looks at you and nods and just... Well, your debts have been paid. Don't have to stay here any longer. It's all yours.
Thank you.
You can see in it that there's like 7. It's like there's 7 large journals.
Okay. I'll just take them and put them away.
Okay. I mean, you guys now have a bag of holding now, so.
Yeah.
So go ahead and write
I'll
those.
probably take the journals and head to the room.
The room you were.
Yeah, the room that I was staying in.
So you're going to Ursa's room or Coda's room? Because those are the 2 rooms that you were bouncing between.
Yeah, I guess Ursa's room.
Okay. Okay. Around this time, I would say that Ursa and Goliath would arrive.
Would I be done with digging?
No, you probably would have been digging
Okay,
for
cool.
maybe like 20 minutes.
Great.
I was about to say, digging a grave takes a lot, my guy.
It takes a while. Yeah, I was just wondering.
Unless you want to maybe want to rage or something. I don't know if the DM would say that it makes it go faster.
Do you do more damage to the ground?
I honestly,
hole.
I honestly thought I was going to have to roll athletics for digging the grave, but I guess I didn't.
Not really. I mean,
No,
It's
you're
a
not
hole.
trying to do it in a timely manner.
yeah, you're not trying to like rush dig a grave.
Mm.
You're not, racing to it. You know, unless you're trying to.
No one is racing towards their grave.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm sure about that. Well, it's seeing Kodar over in the corner of the courtyard as we come in. Goliath's going to wander on over and ask about the heads.
Oh yeah, I was gonna hand over the heads once I was done with this.
Well, I'm not doing anything, and I still hurt quite a bit, so I'm not digging anything, so I'll take that over for you.
Okay, you can take the heads.
There you go. Okay.
Goliath is
Nab the head.
just stabbing the ground with the shovel. Die, die, die!
Goliath, I'm pretty sure if you track down Alethus, they might be able to help you out with your wounds. Now that
Yep.
the tournament's over and they're no longer wasting spells on you. Not waste. I'm not saying that cast and cure wounds on you is a waste or anything, but I know you were a little hesitant because you didn't want Alethus to waste her spells.
Episode 33, you're sent
Well,
to
did
offends
you
the
hold
party.
faster than Koda over here? You should could swap. You do amazing. I'm gonna go deliver the heads now, but thanks for the advice.
Sure. Just track down Alethus, I'd say.
Yeah. Don't worry, I am well aware.
You guys would have passed her on the
my
way
lack
in,
of
because the courtyard
help.
is in the back.
Oh yeah. I'll be back in a bit. Give me a sec.
However,
Right? And then go and deliver heads.
all right.
To whomever
however,
I could see that looks important.
with
So we'll
digging a
kind of do
grave, is there another shovel?
There are only 2, and the
Alright,
other
well,
person.
Are you using
the-
both of them?
Well,
No,
Poe's using one.
Poe's using the other one.
How you
Poe's
feeling,
also
Poe?
by the bodies.
Do you want to tap out?
Poe kind of shrugs and then hands you the shovel. And then just disappears.
All right.
Just vanishes.
Yeah, just vanishes.
All right, makes sense.
And Yursa will get to digging as she's dug a grave before.
New information.
Goliath will remember
Which grave
that.
would it be?
I mean, Coda had to. I mean,
Bury
oh
her
man,
mother,
did I actually
assume.
write down? Did I write down specifically that she buried her mother, or if she did something else with her? It just says funeral
What
rites.
else would you do?
Viking
Put
funeral.
her out to sea? Yeah, cremate. Like, I mean, fire.
Leave
I
it for
think
the
that
wild
I
animals.
think she's previous. I
Man.
think she's previous.
I
I think
named this
what
as
she did
childhood
was a
trauma as a
fire.
joke, but I don't think it's a joke anymore.
I think she built a funeral pyre for her mom instead. So yeah, if Yursa does say out loud, I've dug a grave before. Coda says I've only done a funeral pyre.
Right? Draws a lot of attention, though.
I didn't care. It's what she taught me.
Understandable.
I'm just waiting to see her now.
Aye, now that the fight is won, you gonna be okay seeing her? Last I heard, you didn't see her in the best of times.
Oh, yeah, she was. Well, last I saw her, she was dead. So yeah.
Like, small talk isn't really my forte. I don't know if you've noticed.
Yeah.
At this point, I mean, while you guys are digging the graves, you notice that Black Megan is kind of stumbling out of the main building and through the courtyard to Wu's building. You can see that she's holding the bag, and you can see that blood is kind of dripping down her arms and kind of leaving a trail. But the bag's kind of getting covered in it, but she's walking in.
Surprised they're still so drippy.
Wait, are you talking to her or talking to
Are you
Coda?
talking to Megan?
Kind of out loud, I think.
Just
Okay.
like-
Yeah, I mean, she's in the distance. She's not, like, super close. But you guys could
the
see
moment
it.
you said the moment you said no small talk, Coda's just like, okay, I guess I'm just
Yeah,
gonna focus on my
continues the small talk.
hole. I'll just focus on my hole.
Whoa, what's happening with my arms?
How are you gonna be okay seeing her? Do you think this time travel was a boon?
I'm very happy that I can see her again, but I haven't been able to see her again, so I don't know. Until I can hug her, until I hear her voice. Actually, I don't know what anybody is actually saying.
And I think that's where Yersa would kind of leave it.
Okay.
Who's doing what?
Yeah,
Yeah. So at this point, as you guys are digging into the graves, I mean, it's Ali's reading books. Goliath, he dropped off the heads. And then what else are you doing, Goliath? I mean, Black Megan would have been the first one you saw, so you probably would have handed it to Black Megan.
Yeah.
If not, you would have handed it to someone who would have handed it to Black Megan.
I thought you would hand it directly to Wu.
Who was
I'll
cooking
hand
it?
it to anyone at the temple. They all kind of went together. I don't really care. That's their heads.
He specifically seemed angry about it, so like that's why I was gonna do it.
And as you said, I'm just gonna be focused on reading the books.
Okay. Got it. What you doing?
I want to try and crack open murder again.
Okay. Are you
And-
using the effects, or are you trying to find out some discoveries?
Well, now that the tournament's finished, I want to catch up because I couldn't see the ending before, and basically see if it still matches up for telling the future, as it were.
The two books, as far as like where you can get up to, before it starts taking some strange effects, is they start to tell very different stories.
Mhm.
It seems like this point is where the stories kind of diverge into different timelines. For the most part, it seems pretty on par. One book, it goes back, and you can read about them setting the bodies on fire. The other book, you get to the point where George throws a fit and fights some noble scholar. But, without pressing too far ahead, I mean, that's all you really get.
All right, and the one where George fights the scholar, is that the one that's closer to the future we're experiencing right now?
No, that would be like the old timeline.
Okay.
That's the timeline where Godfrey is dead.
Okay. And what about the other book?
Go ahead and make a wisdom check.
Man, you weren't kidding.
You're the one that wants to do all this shit. You could have been chill.
You asked what I wanted. 5.
Okay, it's too difficult. It's just too difficult.
Got him is not wise.
Yeah. You guys make some kids cry, but other than that, I mean, you don't get too far in the future.
That does sound pretty on par for us.
Honestly, yeah. Well, speak for yourself.
Ali's just like right behind God. I'm just like, no, that makes sense.
Yeah, no, that one sentence adds up. Anyways, bye.
It comes in to check on Goddard for like 3 seconds and then dips.
Yeah.
Yeah. So at this point,
Oh, okay.
yeah, at this point, Ursun Koda, you do see kind of Levy walk in, or she walks over to you, and you can see that her face is a little wet from crying or something. Her eyes are kind of red, and with a hand
How
motion,
close to dawn are we?
huh?
How close to dawn are we?
With one hand motion, she moves, and all the dirt from one grave immediately leaves the ground and moves beside it. And one grave is completed.
All right, let's.
Why did we
Fair.
even have the shovels?
No need to show.
Why do we
off.
even have these?
And then she turns around and we only need one. And then she turns around and walks away.
We just doing a mass grave here?
No,
Just
no,
yeeting
no,
all
No,
the
you gotta
corpses
fill
in
in the
it,
grave
or-
you just dug.
No, that's for tree guy.
Mhm.
All right, well that's one body, but. pretty
And
much
you can
one
see as
body.
Poe's kind of preparing Jang's body, Levy walks by, snaps her fingers, and Elliot's body immediately ignites in flame.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
well, you better get to
What
filling
did
in
I do
that hole.
about the one that I was digging?
You fill it in.
Ah,
It's good exercise. Don't complain.
more work.
I just imagine Goliath just sitting near the two of us, just cheering Coda on.
He has the punch. He's like, yeah, keep going. I got lemonade. Keep going.
Just eating popcorn.
Yeah.
Just sitting there
Now put it back in the hole.
having a bowl of rice for some reason.
Once you put it back in the hole, wax on and wax off the cobblestones and put them back on.
Yeah. Dig the grave.
Once you undig the grave, you have to redig it again.
Polish the tombstone. the worst Karate Kid sequel. Miyagi dies.
The worst.
Does Levy stay
No.
as Elliot
Oh,
Burns,
if she
or
walks
does she
away,
just like?
if she walks away,
No, she
Coda
walks
hands
away.
her shovel over to your son, then follows Levy.
But I only needed the one. I'm not a four-armed freak, you know.
Oh no, use one for each hand.
Okay, while I may be able to do that, I
No.
don't think others. Maybe
Oi.
if we-
Goliath.
All right, fine. This is fair.
Dakota has followed
your
Levy
ass
out.
in here.
The 2-foot difference between your son and Goliath as she yells at him to grab the shovel.
Goliath
We need
softly
that strong,
grabs
that's
the
the strong we
shovel
need.
and then just starts just.
Yes,
fine,
Mom.
and just shoveling it in dirt.
So what are you guys doing?
Sorry,
That-
I guess
I'm shoveling, I guess.
Garrison and Goliath are both
Busy.
working on the same grave. And Coda
Or at
ran
least
off
like
to go
filling
follow Levy.
that hole back in. Yeah.
Okay. It doesn't take that long. It's a little easier instead of digging into
The
this.
way things are going around here, maybe we should just leave an empty grave just ready and waiting.
Oh
Jesus
God.
Christ.
For my soul. Allie, go ahead and roll
My
a
hopes and dreams.
investigation
Investigation.
or perception, whichever one you want to do.
I'll do perception.
I think I'm gonna make a cut. I'm gonna
23.
heal.
Okay. How are you gonna go through these books? Are you gonna like try
gonna
to
look
start from the
for-
top and go to the bottom, or to kind of like jump around? Hey, what's your process?
I'm gonna look around and I'm gonna try to go in chronological order.
Just looking at the first few books, it does seem like they are stacked in order.
Okay.
So you're gonna read from the top first, or you want to sort them all out?
Yep.
And okay.
I'm gonna start at the top and work my way down.
What the fuck is my hands doing? Oh, I see what's
Oh
happening.
no, you figure it out.
What those hands do though?
What those hands doing? What the dog doing?
Those hands, dude.
With the 23, the first you get through it a little fast. You get through the first book pretty fast. It doesn't seem there's anything of great substance. It is a record of what would be your creator, or of sorts. It mostly is a kind of log of his travels. Definitely seems like he was paid to either. The fuck am I reading in chat? As some kind of either advisor or someone who would tweak final designs. He was less of someone who would manufacture entire, automatons or warforged, and more of would put the final touches on things and tweak things and make sure that they were finalized. It definitely reads that he's not experienced, and he's learning as he goes, and he is very excited to learn the school of magic. It is very unique and different than everything else. As you make your way to the second book, it gets a little more interesting. The writing changes a little bit, and he's a little more proud of his work. And you can see as he's recording how different everyone's craftsmanship is from different cultures. Dwarves typically working with brass and copper, and frost elves working with ivory and bone, along with forest elves. In the Underdark, sometimes stone. Some variations where they're almost entirely made out of wood. There's a few of them that are made out of gold or other strange things. There's some that are made out of seashells. And as he's repairing them and working on them, towards the end of the book, you see a mention of a strange material that is being used to experiment on Warforged. If you want to go ahead and make another roll.
Here goes. I believe in you, Kumabot. Same roll.
Somehow gets the same roll. Yeah, so reading it, you get the sense that maybe this is his first interaction with Odd Silver. It's some material that seems to be both malleable and strong. Like, it's easy to form while also retains its shape. And it's a strange material that, while all these, kingdoms and cultures are trying to fight over this seemingly scarce resource, they are relying on each other for different schools of thought and research on it, because no one knows anything about it. It is interesting, and you get the sense that, let me double check his name. Let me just do this real fast. Why is my jacket broken? Why do you see my armpits through my sleeve?
I can't see anything anymore because I had to turn off stream and Twitch because my internet is being very weird recently.
Onoko. Onoko of the Red Wind is his name.
You said and Oko. I was like,
I thought you said Noko because Oko was also gone.
Yeah, also Noko.
Oh no, the Red Wind. Yeah.
Onashi Yesuko. Onoko of the Red Wind. He was an Arkakra, and he did use his own wings to fly from all of these kingdoms, and pretty much just with just the tools on his back would experiment and kind of was a sort of ambassador in terms of styles, and because of his travels and because he knew the difference between how other ones were constructed, he could use his knowledge to help others. Not like, there were deep secrets, it was just he was more readily available. There's other people that were like him, but he didn't earn his title for other means. But it is interesting. As far as the first, couple hours of everything doing stuff, that's as far as you get. You guys doing anything else? As you guys are, as Ursa and Goliath are filling and or digging a grave, whichever one they have chosen to do, you do see Poe kind of setting a ritual out in front of Jang. You can see some sort of arm movements, some fluid arm movements over his body.
I mean, Coda has followed Levy out.
Yeah.
I guess once the digging / refilling is done, Yursa's gonna go for a well-deserved bath.
Okay. Yeah, so the only stuff you guys would have seen is, or actually only Ursa would be able to see it. Guys can see it too, but Ursa, you're the only one that would see this blue kind of steam aura exit out of Jang's body and enter in Poe's own, only to be expelled through their mouth.
Is
Gross.
Poe like a dragonborn? What the fuck? Is Poe just eating souls out here?
It's Dragonborn, yeah.
Poe's no.
Yeah, that's a normal dragon thing. Yeah,
Well,
eating
no, I
souls.
meant like the Skyrim dragonborn.
Yeah, Skyrim
Darn
Dragonborn.
Dovahkiin.
I mean, make an intelligence check.
No, I'm pretty sure I've gathered. All
I would like
need
to make an
gather.
intelligence check. Are you my dad?
Yours is gonna make note of that, but it's just really, she doesn't feel like it's really nothing that she needs to comment on, and she's also
The Demi-Lich angle is going to be real.
she's also got a 9 strength, and she's just real sore. Okay.
Oh.
Oh. In raids.
No, roll intelligence anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Oh fuck me. Okay.
I mean, all you have to do is get higher than 5, higher than 5, higher than 5.
Oh, you might be asking too much there, bud.
I just got 2 nat 19s.
Hey, 17.
Bots being really nice, yeah.
Oh, I don't like that you're typing. Wait.
Sorry,
Bot has
I was
smiled.
typing in chat. No, I mean, what you do know about Poe is you know the difference between echoes and seekers, and Poe, unlike you, is not an echo. Poe is a seeker. From the
Like, 'cause I remember you describing Poe's soul as like an amalgamation of souls, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
what you
shit.
know, which your character should know, which is why intelligence check with a low DC. Poe had consumed the souls of Val's brothers, which is more than likely the reason why Poe has quote-unquote multiple souls. But definitely seems like in this instance, Poe has absorbed Zhang's soul and then expelled it, rather than consuming it like what they may have done in the past. So it is interesting. I mean, you're not an expert on it, but based on information that you should already know, it is interesting.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna ask.
Okay.
Why the I hear that there's casters who can bring back the dead. For a fee, of course, for a great cost. Why do you go with such permanency with your death?
He's not one that would take effect on.
What? I mean, obviously now that his soul's left his plain body, I guess. But is that the same for everybody, or?
Poe kind of looks over at you and just, have you died before?
No.
When you pass, you can feel the energy on the other side. Sometimes you can make a choice if you want that energy to bring you life again. Other times, another power will prevent you from making that choice.
Not a story the Jedi would tell you.
Oh my god.
I mean, their delivery as well.
I cast banishment.
So you mean to tell me that they've all died before? They've already come back?
Unlike other dead, normally your body is expelled upon death. But him, his soul would remain trapped until his body would rot. So I am sparing him of that. If he wants to come back, at least now he'll have that choice. Or if he finds another body, then he has that one too.
Oh, finds a new body. Does he just come back wearing a different face? No, I'm being insensitive. All right, I'm just gonna. You have a
That's
great death ritual. Good day.
literally what that is, but okay.
Have a nice day.
You're just,
Y'all have a
like
blessed
putting
day.
her foot in her fucking mouth constantly tonight.
Yeah, I'll have a blessed day now.
Pose is like that's exactly what I'm talking about.
And he just comes back wearing a different fucking face. He's just go through this little like Q&A. He's just like, yep, nope, it's really him this time, guys. Good job. You found us. Jeez. Sorry. Yeah.
When you're the DM and know the
now.
lore. Okay, you go take a
I
bath.
know you're the DM and you know the lore. I'm not questioning your lore.
Question it. Question it.
I'm questioning your loyalty.
Loyalty?
I am not loyal to the Fire Nation. They will have to kill me first.
Reading right now. What I'm doing, I just have like a list of the guard dialogue from Skyrim. Just pulled up.
Yeah, Violet.
I mean,
I was
it is.
gonna make a joke, and it took too long to find it. So.
At this point, it is.
It's Levy.
Huh?
I think we're on to Meek following Levy.
Yeah, I mean, she goes back to the main room and she kind of gathers some of her
'Cause I had-
things. And then
'Cause I obviously have the question of why she did that. Then Coda goes up to her when she's sat down and asks once again, "Are you okay?"
fine.
You just we could have built him a pyre. We could have done something more for him.
He doesn't need that.
I don't know if you want to talk about him right now, if you want to talk about how you feel about it right now. It's just I want to make sure that you're going to be okay, and it just doesn't seem like you're okay.
My family made a living burying the dead. He doesn't need any of that.
Did he tell you?
We traveled for years, of course he did.
Well, if it's what he said.
Are we done here?
What?
Are we done here?
You just lost your best friend. I want to make sure you were like a completely different person yesterday to right now. And that's something that is hard to deal with, and I want to make sure to at least be there.
Okay.
Are you sure you don't need anything? Even if you just ask me to get you water, I will go do it for you.
Sip. There's no response from her.
I don't want you to just like go out right now. I want to make sure that you're okay, because I can tell that there is something much deeper than what we're seeing right now. And I want to make sure that you don't go off the deep end on something and make bad choices.
I'm gonna go to sleep.
That might not be a good choice, but I guess, yeah, go.
She kind of walks past you and goes to her quarters. Bix, are you good? Are you laughing? Are you having a stroke? What's going on over there?
Sketching.
What?
Sketching. It's when you make.
Okay, all right. I was like, jeez. I'm like, oh my god,
It's his drollery.
Yeah, his head
I don't know
was
what's
going into
going
his
on
chest.
anymore.
I was like, holy shit.
I heard like etching earlier, and I thought he was like fucking sanding something for a moment. I was just like, is he working on Warhammer minis? Like, what's going on?
If anyone at this table would be doing it, makes
It
sense.
would be Bix.
Yeah, it would
I
be
have
Bix.
no visual on anything right now, so like you guys talking about something Bix is doing, I've got nothing. Like I don't know what I just did.
Either way.
Oh yeah, oh god, I should probably talk to Wu then.
Yeah, so Ursa, you get a nice, cozy, warm bath. It's, as always prepared, so if you want to have your hot spring bath, toss your bloody laundry, and let that do its own thing in the corner, you can do that.
Yeah. The goal is to get clean and then go back to my room.
Okay. Simple enough. Goliath, what are you doing?
Goliath's gonna make sure once the hole has been undug, duggant.
Duggant.
Oh my god.
Duggant.
Glad
I'm
I
just gonna
started
go
the thing
looking
here.
for. Thank you. I'm gonna go looking for Ali to try and get some lovely heals.
Okay. As
I can
you
only give you a 5.
finish unholing the hole, you wouldn't take Holland.
Holland?
The Kafusi.
It takes a whole lot of time.
I mean, wandering around or asking questions, it wouldn't take you long to figure out that Allie's in her room. Or in the room that she was last night. Got him. What are you doing?
That's a great question. I don't really know at this point. I feel like I've kind of exhausted a lot of the avenues. Probably just go to my room.
Okay. Cutter, did I ask what you're doing?
What? Yeah, after Levy leaves, I think Coda goes to find Wu just to check if he got the heads.
Yeah, Wu's cooking up a meal for everyone. So
Did you get the heads?
Hey, yeah, I passed it off to Megan.
Okay. Oh no, because
Oh,
I
that
passed
was
it
the
off to
bag.
There
Vic,
again.
and then like it got passed around a bit. I was just making sure it got to you.
Yes, it has made its round. It's okay.
Cool. So when are we going to go visit my mom?
Why are you asking me? You guys are free to do whatever you want.
Well, I mean, you said that like it would be dangerous if we went. So like, are they still watching us? Is like the whole reason why we did that entire tournament was because you said that that we were being watched. So are we fine?
Don't you guys have a private tour to see the castle? Would that not
That is true,
confirm
that
if
is a thing
someone
we
is
have.
watching or not?
Wait, Kuma was talking while you said that. I didn't hear you. There was a very key part of that sentence I did not hear.
You guys have a private tour to the castle because you guys won the tournament. Because the princess promised you guys.
There was a second half of it, something about being watched.
Yeah. Well, the best way to find out if you're being watched would be to go there, and if
Okay.
they have an eye on you the entire time, obviously they're watching you. If they don't give a shit, then they don't give a shit.
So if so I guess I can't at least like go through the portal for the night. Because we got a portal, right?
We do not have a portal. From my understand, what happened to my face? From my understanding,
Somebody said there was a portal.
from my understanding, you guys have the means to get there, and we can get you there, but it's only a one-way ticket.
Okay. Does anybody have like a speaking stone or something? I just want to talk to my mom.
I don't think I have anything. I don't think I have anything in that regard.
I don't think I don't think it's like a spell that would be able. It's like if you got like a speaking stone from here to someone in that area.
Oh, I have sending.
Well, I mean,
I've sent.
sending is sending, but like I just wanted like talk to her. So that's why, like, if you guys have like a speaking stone that you sent over there, that you're able to be in.
That's a very specific scenario.
If I had access to 6th level spells, I could ritual cast scrying and do that, but I don't have that at the moment.
They're not a part of us. They are just simply friends.
I don't know.
There be no means.
Numbers. Okay.
We have the means to
so there's.
contact each other when needed.
So I guess I'm waiting still. Okay.
Yep.
And then goes back to her room. I guess no. She also goes to a bath too.
Okay.
Digging took more out of her than the fighting.
Now the question is, how obvious does Ursa make it that she's in one of the bathhouse rooms?
Are we going to flip a coin?
Trying to hide it, but she's also not like fucking yodeling in the hot springs. Like,
No, I mean like door cracked open or whatever.
Because if anything, Coda would be preferring to go to whatever one is not like being used. Just out of a general thing.
If you want to coin flip it, you can coin flip it.
yeah, coin flip it.
Are we gonna coin flip it?
It's
okay,
just
I
roll
have
it.
a coin.
Just roll a d20, and on even, it's Ursa's.
Let's
the door
coin
open?
flip the most socially awkward roleplay
Yeah.
ever, or just a nothing.
Yeah, naked
Nothing
Ursa.
or awkward. Wait a second. No, I think we could roll 1d2. Let's go.
Let's roll d2.
One is heads,
No,
two is tails.
Not
We
yet,
didn't
though.
say which was it. I rolled a 1.
We didn't.
Well, Chisu said Evans was
Ursa.
Ursa.
So you're by yourself.
Okay.
Even.
So
Unless you
cool.
want to
Coda gets it by
roleplay the
himself.
awkward moment of walking in on her naked
No.
in the bath, I don't.
No, I think we can avoid that.
Mhm.
What so?
It would have been funny, but would have been another 20
Honestly,
minutes
I'm
of.
No, stay up
I'm
top.
waiting. I'm waiting for Ursa to just like catch Coda in the act of trying to like over Mother Levy at this point. I'm waiting.
Well, I guess that's pretty much everyone for the night. Allie, go ahead and make another perception roll. Your d20 plus 4.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
that sound wasn't me. I thought it was my bowl of rice, but it's someone else.
No, that was my nail clippers.
Oh. Bro, what the fuck? Roll it again. I just want to see if you get another 19.
We must break this. We must break the curse.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh, now it's a 12.
Okay.
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 Three
It's,
natural 19s in a row. Yeah. No,
they're
I'm
like, hey,
getting
we're
pretty sus
gonna give you
too.
we're like, we're gonna give you the highest roll, but not a natural 20. You don't get.
yeah.
I gotta adjust the bot for a second. I'll be right back.
No.
God, I'm trying to fuck
Gotta
his
just
own
press
rolls.
this button. Yeah. No. Yeah. So 20.
I saw grass today. Did you touch it? Did you touch grass? Touch-
That involves
I did
going
not.
outside.
If you have plants inside, you don't have to go outside.
I don't have plants inside because my cats are assholes.
Then you're a fool.
I was outside, but all I could see was snow.
So yeah.
It
I'm
did
still
snow
reading.
today, yes.
Yeah, so going through the book, as you're going in more detail, it seems like less of this seems to log jobs and, weekly jobs and things, or summaries of jobs, but more of now blueprints and designs for things. Some of these pages are just full sketches. Sometimes it goes for a couple pages of just full blueprints and sketches. And, as you go to the next book, it's even more detailed. It's almost some of the designs are drawn off the page. Almost like it was part of a larger thing or meant to extend stuff. And you see the notes and... what language can you read?
Journals.
I can read Common, Druidic, Dwarvish, and Infernal.
Yeah, so some of the book is in Dwarvish. It seems like a lot of the part listings or like, I don't want to say part numbers, but like materials used to build are kind of in Dwarvish, but the rest of the book seems to be in Common or other similar means. You can read it, but it does get more interesting. It's kind of less sorted, more of haphazard notes of someone trying to design something. And just kind of fever thoughts. The next book it gets more organized and some of the sketches are now smaller, more compact, and it goes back to its detailed log. You notice that now there's a breakdown of serial numbers and how certain naming systems work. And as you're flipping through, eventually you see what looks like a sketch of a design that looks similar to you.
Does it have any serial numbers listed on it?
Yeah, so the serial number for this one is N1609.
Okay.
It does seem like these units or this batch was made as some kind of anti-magic defense system. But some of these designs are scrapped. They didn't exactly work as intended, or they weren't as efficient. There's some record of them being repurposed for other menial tasks of being house servants or simple task spots. Nothing super complicated, just, moving pulleys, transporting goods. It does seem like 2 specific units were able to be scavenged, and Onoko was able to take them. Those being N1906 and N1609. And the designs, it seems like their base skeleton was similar, but definitely all their plates and their exterior design was very different. One seemed to have far more, as far as it's like the skeleton base was, one was more crafted and more metal based, the other one being more nature based and made of wood and root. Like it was grown rather than built. They're similar enough, but not exactly the same.
Is there any more information on the anti-magic purpose of the original cereals?
Make another perception roll.
Okay.
Nikki typing and not copying and pasting.
Yeah, I'm lazy. I'm too lazy to copy paste.
Too lazy doesn't work. As far as in this book, you start flipping through trying to find it, going back and forth. It definitely seems like there's some kind of crystals that were used as a core that are made to absorb magic. They were made to dispel one design, harnessing a larger crystal and made to release its power at moments. The other one having a collection of smaller ones and would break them in some design, and breaking the crystals would cause some kind of anti-magic field or dispel magic in some way. But it does seem like there's some frustration on the following pages that these people weren't able to really get these creations to properly use magic.
Okay. I'll keep reading. Until at some point that Goliath comes in.
I would say at this point Goliath would have come in.
Yeah.
Probably be somewhere between the next book.
Oh shit! Are you busy? So I can come back.
I am, but I can make time.
Lovely. I am still in incredible amounts of pain. Can you do something about that, please?
Sure.
That'd be great, thanks.
I'll inspect Goliath and what's your current hit points at?
Well, on a scale of 0 to 89,
Oh
I'm
my
feeling
God.
about a 28.
Jesus Christ.
Not metagaming, by the way.
I mean, it is a scale. It's not
No,
a good scale, but it's
I just use scales like that. That's the one I use.
Yeah, you're just gonna get.
It's just whatever. It's just what feels appropriate.
You're just gonna get a 4.
Yeah, sometimes you just come up with arbitrary numbers.
Yeah, just
me,
plucked them out of thin air.
let me just.
If you had to make me guess about how many, how much I have in me, it's about 86, and I have only about 85.
You'll heal 24
Cheers.
from a 4th level. Not great, but oh well.
I feel like all I need now is a good night's rest.
Oh my God. It's these moments in D&D that I appreciate the most, but I also fucking dread. Is the recovery stages.
Try not to sleep on the arm.
Sleep on your right side. Damn it, I only sleep on my back.
Back sleepers represent.
I'm sure I'll find a comfy bench somewhere.
Do you sleep well?
Hey, got him.
Yes, me.
Before I forget, you have a scarlet crystal worth 12,000.
Oh my god, okay. Should probably remember to share that with everyone.
Oh wait, we also have the weapons as well, don't we?
Yeah, they were in wooden cases.
Yeah, I see.
You guys, I mean, they are locked, and unfortunately, you guys were not given the key.
That's fine. I have 2 keys right here.
Key suggestions. Also, I'm technically a rogue. I can attempt to lockpick.
But I could probably just tear the lock off. But yeah.
But
In due
if
time.
we pick it, maybe we.
They're
can
trapped.
unlock
No,
the
just
box.
kidding. You could
The boxes are trapped.
go ahead and roll your thieves tools. What is
Oh,
it?
you want me to do that now?
You might as well do it now. If
Oh,
you're gonna
yeah,
pick
sure. First, I'm gonna check for traps.
Yeah, sure.
What do I roll? I've never played a rogue in fucking 5.
Investigation.
Yeah.
Check the chain coming off to make sure it's not a mimic.
Yeah, they're actually all 3 of them are
Yes, check the
mimics.
chain.
Yes.
Dirty 20.
They don't
Okay.
appear to be trapped.
But are they mimics? Check the
And
chain.
now, what is it?
Did you attack them first, just to double check?
What
I
I roll
always
for
attack them first.
thieves' tools?
For thieves tools,
Sleight of hand.
it's a straight it's a straight roll plus proficiency if you have thieves tools proficient.
Okay. And no dexterity or anything like that?
Nope, it's based on the straight roll. It's proficiency roll.
Another dirty 20.
You know what? You open the first box.
Yay.
It's a mace.
We didn't die.
Woot. There's okay, yep, cool. Okay. we're
Yeah,
just
that's
gonna
3.
keep rolling then.
Yeah. Do you want to roll for all 3 of them?
Sure. I'm also
Okay.
gonna check for traps and all of them.
Okay. Check for traps.
So many rolls.
I'll go once.
There's
in a
no
row.
traps.
Okay. I've just rolled 3 16s in a row.
Yeah, cool, but he likes his patterns today.
There's
Alright.
nothing
Yeah.
wrong with Kumo
Hey,
bot.
nat 20 to open.
It pops open.
That's facts.
You just breathe on it and it
Never.
opens.
Never anything
little
wrong with
finesse.
Kumobot.
Never.
Alright, third one, checking for traps. Dirty 20.
Oh my god.
God.
Now to open it. There we go, 15.
Somebody bribe my bot.
Yeah, what did you?
I said I believed at it, and it.
Don't.
I think
just
that's-
Don't pay any attention to the small pile of cookies next.
Oh, but when I roll, it's fucking all right.
Well, I
Okay.
think that Oko specifically saying something about taking Ursa taking all of her clothes off gave
Yeah,
favor.
that's true.
Remember,
Yeah.
you gotta,
Yeah.
Yeah, Ursa
Say.
got
What is
naked.
Could've
No,
been it.
that makes
you
sense.
gotta make sure
Yeah,
you're horny enough.
That makes sense. 2 of them are maces. The third one looks to be a. I don't remember which specific weapon class it is, but it is a large axe.
Alright, nothing
I don't know if
useful
that's-
for me.
I don't know
here,
if
at
that's
least.
great axe or battle axe, but it's a large axe.
There you go. Take
Why
your.
do I feel like we should give the
your
axe to
weapons.
Kumo?
What? I think I'd be able to carry an axe.
I
Yeah,
think he's
No,
Give the
no, I
Apollo.
don't, and that's why I think we should give it to you.
Oh boy.
just
Alright.
like okay. Here's the thing: if you're holding it, you don't have to use it. They're gonna think that they're gonna think that you know how to use it.
I don't
they're
think it
gonna be
works
scared.
that way.
I'm pretty
Oh,
sure anybody
dig-
looking
dig-
at a
redig in
fucking
the
twig
hole.
holding an ingot of iron and getting ready to fucking break is gonna
He
realize.
has the power
the
of
twig
God and anime on his side.
You know,
Well,
I
it
think
has
you
the
could
power
have
of God
phrased
and
it
anime
a
on his
little more nicely towards me, but yes, I agree.
Hey, I also have noodle arms. Okay, I'm really good at aiming.
Right, so for the 3 people who can utilize melee weapons, who wants what?
I'm sticking with mine.
I mean, I think I can only use like maces.
I mean, technically you wouldn't know this in character, but one is a Mace of Smiting, Mace of Terror, and you have a Vicious Axe.
Viscous.
Vicious.
Yes, viscous.
ass.
No, I'm changing it. It's viscous now. It's made of water and syrup.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't be water. It would be very like thick and sticky.
Ugh.
Now
I think
wanna touch
I think the
axe.
only thing
I
I
was
can use are
kidding.
maces. So
Axe of Mysterious Fluid.
I'm still waiting for the CR to come up.
Are they martial weapons? Because if not, I can't use them. Well, it's a simple ones because I can.
Yeah, they technically, I think they're all simple.
Yeah, they're all
You
simple.
know, we could also always, you know,
Sell 'em.
sell them.
Selling things that you use to hit people. Why?
Selling
You
things you
all
have
of
no
them.
real use for.
Goliath now has a
If
bag of
you
holding. He's like, I'm gonna heat all these weapons at people.
I'm
We're not
sorry,
selling
but if
any.
you have weapons, that means that other people don't have them.
Also, that too. Like more things
I
that we
don't
could
think
throw
that
at them
tracks.
that they don't have.
Weapons are always going to be made.
Could sell them to
Yes,
They
Mugala.
won't have this one.
And now we have a bag we can put them in.
Like,
In case we lose
God,
something.
we're starting
We
an
just gotta
episode
make
of
sure
Hoarders.
We've got to make
Yep.
sure we don't lose the bag.
Somebody
But-
take away their brain cell.
Yeet the brain cell back down here, please.
We put the brain cell in the bag and we can't find it.
Oh no.
You just have to
Bag
think
of-
about it,
You
and you
hold
can
it,
get
you
it.
stick your fist in and go.
How are you gonna think
Yeah.
about the
We
brain
wiggled
cell if you don't
around
have the
there, we
brain
can't
cell?
find it. We wiggled our hand around in there. We can't find it.
What do you mean you lost the brain cell in the bag of holding?
Here's the end.
Why is the brain cell in the bag of holding? Fuck you!
But we don't lose.
Why are
it.
you buying clothes at the brain cell?
Fuck you.
Yeah, so anyways, whoever wants to add either of the maces and then the vicious axe.
Can I just like have it but not use it? Wait a second.
Whoever wants to claim it. You guys can
I mean, I
divide
can
it later.
claim
Just
it,
so it
but
doesn't
I'm
get
not gonna
lost.
use it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Unless someone
I'll
makes it
take the
too.
axe.
Okay. As long as everyone
two
has
things
one, and then
that
you guys can retrade your own items later. It's fine.
Technically speaking, I could use the my axe with one hand, and I could try to use the other one with one hand.
I mean, you could. You won't be proficient with it because
I
it's
could
offense.
try, yeah. I could just try.
The second weapon won't have
Have to be
proficiency.
proficient
Do I have two?
in
Fine.
dual wielding, right? Or is
No, it's just
No.
so the way it works is with dual wielding,
Two weapon fighter.
unless it's I think it's like a simple weapon or something. There's a specific
that- So what
trait.
facilitates a simple weapon for me? Are maces
light-
simple weapons?
Yeah.
Light melee weapon.
Okay.
Well, that's relative. Light is relative. Hmm.
Well,
Very
okay.
relative.
I have a long sword, and that's a martial weapon, so I need a
Yeah,
different
a
weapon.
short sword would be simple.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
I
maces
will
are
take one of the
simple.
maces. Is
Yeah,
it
I think
not
I'll take the
simple?
mace of. No, maces are simple.
Okay.
I think I'll take the mace of.
If
terror.
not, you could sell it and then go buy something fancy.
I'll take the maces fighting then.
Also
Anyway,
thematically appropriate.
When the cleric gets smite.
Alright, well, since you're all in my room anyway, I guess I should also dole out your shares from the winnings.
I just walked past the room. What?
I figured if we're all in here yapping about weapons that I got out of lockboxes and Goliath brought them to Alethus and Alethus was in my room, we're all in my fucking room.
Then I will also use this opportunity to show off the jewel.
Ooh.
Everybody take a hit.
That's
You
not
haven't.
a mace.
We take a hit.
Oh my god.
I
Yeah,
just sniff it.
Everyone had 2,000, and Ursa will also tell Alethus that she bought 2 diamonds for Revivify.
Not that you would know what it is.
Then I will mark down 1,400.
Oh, did you buy it for Allie?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. Then I guess you would know.
See, you can add 2 diamonds worth 300.
Yeah. But you spent your share, right? So I would just give you the amount from my share.
Oh, these diamonds are for, you know, bringing us back from the dead, are they not? not
Yes.
Fair to you to spend solely your gold on it. I can shoulder the burden of one at least.
Share the load.
Oh, the
You
door.
insist.
I may not be able to carry the ring, but I can carry you.
It's 2 diamonds of 300 gold.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining Kodo walking out of the bath and just being like, "What swords? Weapons? What?"
What? You smack?
Walks all the way back in just a bath towel.
Okay.
No, like she's just finished it. Like she's got like something around her waist, but she's definitely got nothing up top. She's just got a towel around her neck up top.
So
She's
say,
like, what?
if Yursa's clothes are drying, she's probably also sporting a bath towel.
Is this the current fashion?
Right?
It's sweep to the nation.
Oh,
Your clothes would probably be dry. Unless, I mean, you probably wouldn't, but your clothes would be.
Wait, why would
Is
my
this normal?
clothes be dry faster than I would?
Magic.
Magic.
Yeah, it's a. Do you see the drying machines? It's just
cool.
It's just the prestidigitation crystal.
I love the idea that it is a magical place, but there's actually just a literal washing machine and dryer. It's just there, just like a normal washing
No,
machine
it's
and
a
dryer.
it's a normal
Oh,
washer.
Yes, Wu's monastery and laundromat. Of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah.
Be the uncle you want to be.
Oh my god.
It's canon. He owns a Korean laundromat now.
That's for the modern era D&D campaign.
Alright. Well, if yours
Oh,
is
yes,
clothes
the
are
alternate
dry,
Yeah, it's just there's just a washer, but the dryer is just a crystal that just randomly casts prestidigitation to dry things.
So we doled out all the stuff.
yeah.
Okay.
Or instead of irons, it's a crystal. Actually, that would make more sense.
I guess if we're all leaving now.
Yeah,
We're done
now
here,
that
right?
the bars are no longer in use, I'm gonna go stop having my blood all over me. That
I
seems like a
gonna-
good idea.
get out of my
I'm
room.
Goodbye.
Yeah,
That
I'm
is
gonna
part
go to
of
my
going
room.
and getting rid of blood. Yes.
This is the second time I've had the
Congratulations.
entire party in my room. Yes.
Mhm.
You need a bigger room.
When Ursa's the
Here's a-
cooler
here's a-
big sister.
I love how Yursa is just like this character that doesn't need people around her, but also everyone just like sort of shows up in her room.
Mhm. Her room is just the meetup place.
I guess, yeah. Coda
Anything
goes
else?
to her room.
Also, got him.
Yeah.
Seeing as I'm headed to the bath, I should probably inform you that you still have shit on you.
Oh,
Yes, I do smell
Oh,
it.
He's
I-
inviting you to the bath.
yeah.
can
No,
take
you're
the other
right.
one.
I should
Yeah.
probably bathe.
You take
Literal
the other
shit.
one. Hush. I don't want to be anywhere near that. You take the other one.
All right, that's okay. I understand.
I do not want that in my bath.
I want to come out clean, not less bloody.
Oh my
There's a
god.
difference.
Coda
Okay.
goes to her room then.
Okay.
Ali will start to open up a different book and start reading it.
I have a thing for after, like everyone else's.
My favorite thing is when first time chatters say some random shit. That's my favorite thing.
Ew.
I'm not shit talking. I'm just genuinely saying that it is the funniest shit.
Cappuccino.
I'm gonna repeat that for the next like week for no reason.
I
Yep.
don't know what any.
Oh.
What happened? I don't.
Nothing.
I
There's just someone in chat.
Somebody in chat.
Just where did cows spend all their money at the casino? And it's just- My OBS is like
Okay.
first time chat from viewer, and I'm like, that's the first thing you decided to say in my
No,
stream.
honestly, I
Yeah,
appreciate,
Oh, but
I
it
No.
appreciate the
worked.
effort.
I mean, honestly,
opening
you know,
one.
it's
Yeah.
if you're gonna say something, you know, make sure it's
Pretty
something
top
worth
tier.
saying. So
you make it memorable, you know.
yeah, you
They can
know,
always come in and be all like, "Wanna get
quality.
5 followers?" You know, like, well, we have cool
is-
kids.
I'm gonna
That's a
ban.
good watch
I'm gonna
mojo
ban
voice.
Ursa now. New character. She's dead now.
What? Wait, what?
You lose all of your favor. Anything else you guys are doing for the night? As G and G go
Oh,
shower.
no, not all for night. That's why I said I was waiting for everyone else.
I think Oko wanted to.
Well, I did, but apparently Coda got something too.
Okay.
Yeah, Coda decides to make sure that she gets out her dress and her tiara ready for the next day. If we're going to the thing, to see the princess. This is your cue.
Huh?
For Teresa.
Okay.
Is
that what you wanted? What's my cue?
Okay. Yeah,
This
to,
thing
to,
you use for
laying
escaping
out the
pool.
dress and the tiara.
Okay, you lay out the dress and the tiara.
Okay, fine then.
What do you want me to
So
do?
confused.
What's the cue?
For the tiara!
I'm not gonna fucking make a whole tiara right now in the middle of a fucking game. I'll do it
just to
afterwards.
mention it.
Yes. Okay. Yes, we will add it.
Well, you can add it later, but to mention it.
The tiara has
Chekhov's
been noted.
tiara.
Yeah.
Chekhov's tiara.
Chekhov's.
We're gonna shove it down the throat of the Tarrasque in the final episode and just be like, ah.
Do I notice anything
Oh, that's the
interesting about
tiara,
the tiara?
of banishment.
You put it on. Codas goes to a different dimension.
Just leaves.
The hell dimension.
Coda yeets herself. Coda yeets herself into the lake,
Well,
obviously.
Coda did want to be a pirate of the seas. I guess that's one way to do it.
Why do I put a green background when my hair is fucking green and it matches my hair? Why did I do that? Am I stupid?
But since Coda has laid out her clothes, she's, I guess, since she doesn't have anything she's actively supposed to be doing because she's still waiting about her mom, she's looking more intently at the tiara.
Jesus Christ. Coda's like the kid on Christmas Eve.
I'm so excited about this thing. Like, you don't need to make it right now. We obviously know what it's gonna be. You can type it up later. Do I notice anything different?
When your
You
parents
guys
take
don't
the-
know. You guys are in for an adventure.
When your parents take the video game console out of the box and then they just wrap that so you can clearly tell what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel
It's so
like I'm
funny.
listening to someone like describe a movie to me, and they're like, "You won't believe it. This is amazing twist."
You just
Amazing plot.
you just have to watch it. You just have to watch it. You have to experience it. It's the experience.
There's this amazing plot. You see, you go. There's this girl in high school.
All right, so I got this anime plot.
Ugh,
So there's this girl. She's in high school, right?
God.
All right. Let's rein it in. Folks.
Yep.
Okay, what is what was Gotham doing? Oh no, you're bathing. What is Ali and Ursa
Okay.
doing?
All right, yes. Finally alone. Ursa's hunkering down for bed, and Alethus is probably still reading books. Imagine her eyes glowing like fucking nightlights.
Mm-hmm. Just reading and scanning.
What are the books for?
This was offered to me from Wu for my effort in the tournament. These are journals from my creator.
Oh. Are they good?
Are they good?
Reading
Are
the
they
fiction?
good?
They are fascinating. I'm learning a lot about my design, my conception.
Better than the way most people learn about that.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ.
To be fair, I had that same joke in my head. I was just on mute.
I did. I had it. I read it through in my head, and I was just like, "They're gonna crack a joke about it. I know it."
Hey, I didn't.
Mhm.
I'm here to fulfill expectations.
Well, if you ever want to talk about any of it, just feel free to let me know.
Mm.
I do have a quick question before I let you get back to your books, however, before I nod off for the night. Do you happen to have enough faith to bring back somebody? Maybe somebody who's been dead for a while?
Unfortunately, no. They.
Mm.
I only have the ability to bring those back who have only recently perished.
So you wouldn't be able to help any of the poor sods we dragged back from the tournament?
Unfortunately, not. I was mildly ashamed that I couldn't assist her at the tournament.
It all was a blur and a flurry, and apparently, according to Poe, it wouldn't have really worked on a good chunk of them anyway. So don't feel too bad about it.
It is just. Are you bringing this up for a different question?
I do have to admit I've got a little bit of a selfish reason. Do you think you'll ever have enough power and ability to bring back somebody who's been long dead?
Possibly. I have put a lot of faith into Moradin, and I intend to continue that. What he has allowed me to find in terms of my own purpose is more than enough reason to continue owing fealty. So, maybe one day. But unfortunately, now is not the time.
Well, I've got a lot of time. If I could ask to maybe request the favor that you said you owe me a little further down the line when you've got a little bit more power. I've got somebody that wasn't supposed to die, and I would give the world to right that wrong.
Was it your fault?
It was selfish. It was selfish young love and not really thinking straight, and I need to correct it. She didn't deserve it. And she had a whole life at her.
Well, I hope you understand that righting a wrong does not necessarily guarantee forgiveness.
I'm not looking for forgiveness. Honestly, I'd be more than happy if once she was brought back, she just cursed me and never looked at me again. But so long as she was back, so long as she was able to live out her life, that's all I'm asking.
You speak of her fondly. Was she family?
No. I know it would make it a little weird if she was family. She
Oh,
was
God.
she was my first love. An elven woman. An elven noble girl.
I see. Well, I can't guarantee that I will be strong enough to help. And it may take a very, very long time. I'm just coming to terms with what might have been. And knowing that I have another goal now, I do intend to return favors to those who have helped. These answers in the books I've been given, I don't necessarily know if they were worth the bloodshed it took to get to this point. I don't know if they ever will be. But if I didn't participate, it could have been far worse.
If I recall correctly, you didn't take a life during that tournament, did you?
I didn't.
The
No.
bloodshed would have happened in that tournament no matter what. The bloodshed there would have been there whether you were there or not. Therefore, the bloodshed in that tournament was not the cost for your books. So try not to think too hard on it.
I think it's a different reason I grieve. Not the tournament for the books, no. But
At this point, Ursa, you can hear this strange laughter.
I hate that a lot. Random giggling in the
Concerning.
dark. Please
Yeah.
no. Please no.
surprise, it's a horror campaign.
Surprise! You've been playing Call of Cthulhu this whole time.
Oh shit!
Romandus? No.
Alright, anywho, I hear laughter, like outside my door or outside my window.
Roll perception.
Oh god, I hate it.
Wait, we know Cthulhu.
Underneath your bed.
No, we know.
There it is.
We know Cthulhu. Cool
Mhm.
dude.
Yeah,
Chill.
kind of dick.
I like it.
Date? It's...
Will I get advantage if I say I pop the fucking soul eyes?
Do you want to? Can you?
Can I?
I don't know if you used it or not.
I think I might have used it once during the tournament.
Yeah, I don't... You don't need to get it one use? Or you get Byakugan. You can use Byakugan.
That's what I meant, yeah. That
Yeah,
one.
go ahead. You gonna pop it and roll again?
19! Much better.
You open your senses, try to pin down the source of it, but you can't find where it came from.
Yours is on a high fucking alert. She's gonna jolt out of the bed and just like start looking around, her eyes glowing that like silvery finish as she's activating the Byakugan. And then she's just gonna reach for her bow.
And
At
Allie,
that point, Allie is gonna stand at ready.
She's gonna say in Allie's mind, no accent. I don't mean to cut you off, but I heard laughter, and I can't seem to pinpoint the source.
Did I hear laughter?
you did not.
Then I'll respond to Yersa. I didn't hear anything.
That makes me even more concerned.
Could I? Well, you said that when she did the perception roll that she didn't hear anything, but could I do that?
Go ahead, roll perception.
You know how I said that I looked up the lines from
Natural 20.
Taking a moment to listen, it's the earlier parts of... What the fuck are my arms doing? I'm just don't worry about where my hands are, actually.
Grab a titty.
They may already be. Anyways, don't worry about how I think.
Comfort titty.
It helps me focus on what...
Emotional support.
Everyone has one,
It's
sometimes
stressful.
two.
Fidget
It's
titty.
stressful.
You take a moment to focus yourself and kind of focus your senses. And it is, the earlier parts of the night, and everyone's kind of retreated to the room. You hear the sounds of everyone else in the room going through things. It's not unusual. You hear Levy in her room. You can hear Poe in their room. You can hear Mai. All the sounds you hear, the light shuffling in the night, you know where they are. You've heard that before. But you don't hear anything else. Nothing unusual. You're sure of it.
Yeah. I don't hear anything out of the ordinary.
continuing in Allie's mind, then that's far more concerning because that means that I'm being targeted. And Yursa will grab her quiver and stealth out of the room and see if she can get a better vantage point.
Okay, go ahead. Roll stealth.
I get advantage on stealth. $26.
You feel very well hidden. As you make your way into the hallway, you don't see anyone there.
How long does Silver Eyes last for?
I believe it's...
Last one round, 6 seconds. Heck.
I think there's an overcharge version that lasts longer, but I don't remember. Your suspends all of her.
Every round after, roll a D100.
Yeah, you can continue it. I don't think it costs to continue it.
Yours is haunted.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, she is.
That's my
Yeah,
guess.
there's a small percentage that it will use a slot, but you can just continually recast it as a cantrip.
Oh yeah. She'll keep going. She's trying to find a source. She's gonna be looking up on the roof, looking in the courtyard and shit like that, everywhere around, like in the hallway and whatnot.
Okay, go ahead and roll perception with advantage.
Oh boy.
It lets you double check.
19.
Let me just double check what I made this stupid spell do. Yeah, they get true sight.
Yakugan?
Yeah. No, everyone's in their rooms. Nothing's out of the ordinary. There is, a warm, or the remains of what was a warm meal placed on the table. But other than that,
Eating it?
no, it seems like it's leftovers from whoever was eating it for dinner. I mean, it's not warm now. It's like room temperature now. It's not still steaming,
Okay. I was just like...
Not like someone made a cup of coffee, set it on a table, and disappeared.
And just fucking left. Oh, Yursa's not getting a wink of sleep tonight. She's just basically going to be sleuthing around the entire dojo trying to figure out what the fuck giggled in her brain. Yeah, that's pretty much what she's going to be doing the entire fucking night.
Okay. Make another perception roll.
Can I?
22.
Okay. Yes, Allie?
Can I cast divination?
I mean, you can cast whatever you want.
I mean, if y'all wanna pull me out of the bathtub, I'm fairly certain I
By this time, you guys would have been done or coming back. If you're not already back.
No, he fell asleep in the bath.
Oh shoot! I'm actually thinking of a different character. Never mind. I don't have detect magic.
Oh.
Yeah. I'd just like to know. I think I can do this with divination.
You have ghostly gaze.
That's true.
Kumo has it?
Yeah, Kumo has it. Sorry, I was just looking through his stuff. I was double checking everyone's thing.
I think divination can be used to see about anything major happening to Yursa and within 7 days. It just says single question
7
concerning
days?
a specific goal, event, or activity to occur within 7 days, but it doesn't clarify that. It doesn't specify that it can't be about an individual person.
Your magic and offering put in contact with the god or god servants. Ask a single question concerning a specific goal, event, or activity to occur.
Yeah.
Offers truthful reply. The reply might be a short phrase, cryptic rhyme, or an omen. Does not take account circumstances that may change the outcome, such as the casting of additional spells or the loss or gain of a companion. I mean,
Would
yeah,
this
if
apply to
you're,
divination?
I mean, what are you trying to ask? I mean, whatever you tell me what you're trying to do, and I'll tell you would know if the spell would work in that instance.
I want to know if there is anything to be concerned about this voice. Because Yrsa mentioned a voice.
Okay,
Right.
so in specific, like, something that someone's concerned about, I would say that's an activity or relating to that. So I would say that that's something you can use for the spell. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I'll cast a spell to see if there's any forewarning to that.
Okay.
We're just about to sleep for the night, so I might as well.
The answer you get is sometimes people choose their gods. Sometimes gods choose people.
Not even more.
And with that, we will end the session.
Oh, no.
You're
Oh,
some
no.
multi-class into cleric? Question mark?
I don't think I can. Actually, no. Clerics are wisdom-based casters. I definitely could.
Uh-oh.
The thing that I found funny was that we had that whole bit with me trying to get the tiara, and then it suddenly seemed like we were about to do something, and then immediately move on. I didn't say anything because it was funny.
Mhm.
I don't know what we're doing with the tiara.
You'll get your
There was-
tiara bit.
I was
We'll hop
adding the
back on
tiara.
We'll have the
Soda
tiara
plot
bit.
train. Don't
I
worry.
didn't need hey, it was just like I didn't need like you to actually add it in yet because I wasn't gonna use it yet either way.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
just
I'm
like,
adding it just in
What do I
case.
see?
It's a
Okay.
tiara. It's a fancy tiara.
It's a fancy
All-
tiara. It looks great.
All
Yes,
I
sir.
know is that one sentence was more than enough.
See, it didn't say that the god was choosing me to be like a disciple or anything. That god could also just be evil and is like ready to
Yeah.
fuck me up.
Yeah, no, that is exactly because you don't seem like you know.
I don't.
Yeah, so like I don't need an insight check to figure that shit out. Something's definitely wrong with you. And I can't wait to
Turns it
dig
is
into
just
that one.
Jezebel. Just,
Yeah, Jezebel's just like, hi.
Again.
Jezebel's
dark-
just like
dark
eating up the
Jezebel.
fucking hot goss while Kumo's in the bath, while Gotham's in the bath, and just like
Yeah, just
loving
Jezebel
my
just
torment.
winds up becoming everyone's patron.
Oh
over
my
time.
god, do you know what
honestly, I
Annie
think
told
that's
me? Annie said, that's not even your real hair color.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
Gasp! You have hair?
I
Oh my God,
I am
how
saying this is
fucking
canon.
dare
She does
she.
have a friend named Annie, and that's all I'm gonna say about that.
But is Annie okay?
She is okay.
Get
Okay.
the fuck out.
Yeah, I
You've
think
been hit by, you've been struck by a smooth
An
criminal.
EMC.
thanks to
Uh,
oh yeah, let's not get me banned. Twitch
I
already
don't know,
raised the
just like-
prices, and I don't get as much money.
I
I
was
sang
just
it
trying to
poorly,
think
it's
of a
fine.
Saint Vincent song. That was what I was thinking of.
Thanks to everyone who has joined us, and to everyone else who joins us later by watching the VOD, because I see you motherfuckers. I see you. I know you're there.
You sick.
I
fucks.
watch the analytics and I see the stats. And I know when you guys stop watching,
And you got a 33.
you gotta
and
go to the
13
fucking
winning.
full video. You can buy the stickers and use the code ThursDND, which is always active because it's always active.
Or use
because-
the code JOCK.
Or you know,
seriously gonna advertise in Jisu's stream?
the,
It's. I mean, he
I
gets
mean-
the money either way.
yeah. I mean, in the end, it's still my merch.
Yeah,
So I mean, I can't really complain about it. How dare you use your own discount code for my own site? I'm just like,
How dare? How
it's
dare?
not really a loss.
Dare you shit
Anyways,
on my site.
let's
do I get
raid
sponsored?
let's raid someone playing Portal.
How did I just ask?
Ooh, which portal?
That's Portal 2. It looks like.
Nice.
Yay.
So everyone can go vibe to that.
Yeah.